Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, or whatever time you'll be watching this video. Well, people, what a bangarang going on social media over red food coloring. Eh? What a piece of bangarang over red food coloring. My love. Anyways, I'm not sure how many of you guys heard the Bangarang, right? So apparently there is one social media personality. Well, of course, there's Auntie Donna. Her Thanksgiving sale just ended, right? And for her Thanksgiving sale, she was selling black cake, sorrel cake, and strawberry cake. Now, there is this one social media personality who came on and started um, well, there is another blogger. I'm just trying to get the facts streamlined. There is one um, baker on social media who came out and made a post that they are for now shelving, for phrasing here, but in essence, they're shelving making their strawberry cake because the dye that the food coloring, let me use the correct terminology, the food coloring that they use has been banned. So apparently, it seems as if that food coloring that this particular baker used, because she said she stopped, so I'm going to use past tense, is red number 3. And that has now been banned in the States because they say it potentially has links to the C word, right? So they have banned it from being used in food. Now, another social media personality take up the cause and started saying Auntie Donna is using that banned red food coloring in her cakes. She came out with the baseless accusations because she doesn't live in the United States. She doesn't live in Auntie Donna's house. And on Auntie Donna's food labeling, she has red color. Now, she came out loud and wrong and strong, accusing the lady of selling products with the banned substance. Anyways, it, became, big talk on social media because a lot of people, they just want to hear if they don't like you, they just want to hear one person say something bad about you, and then they believe it. They don't do research or anything for themselves. Now, when Auntie Donna first came on, when she first started doing her sorrel, I know sorrel for one, sorrel for sure. When she started making the sorrel cake, she came out and said that she did not use red food coloring. She made her own. That is when she was in Jamaica. She came out and she said she made her own food coloring. And eventually it came out that, what she used as an additive was beetroot. But of course, she didn't give out her baker's secret back then. but she just said that she didn't use food coloring. Now, I don't remember the full timeline on when she switched to using food coloring, but I do remember there was one baking season. I don't remember if it's last year or the year before, but I do remember she was in her kitchen and she was showing her ingredients. And on the counter, she had the food coloring bottle, and people in the comments, they were saying, "Auntie Donna, you're showing your secret. You're showing your secret." And she said, "No, but that's okay. I mean, I've told you guys honestly." Well, she said, "No, I told you guys already what I use, and this is the." I think she had said it at the food concentrate or something to that effect that I remember. That she was using food coloring, and it is also on her labels. I saw another blogger put up on their page that, I guess, previous to Auntie Donna started doing the strawberry fruit cakes, it did not have red food coloring, but since she started doing the strawberry fruit cakes about 2023, that is when the food coloring went on the label. So I'm just going based on what that other blogger put on her page. Um, so yes, so I do remember with the bottle, and people were saying, "Don't show your secret," and she was saying, "No, but I came and I told you guys already what I use." So I guess that's all done, dusted, and forgotten. Now, with her current, her just past Thanksgiving sale in the United States, um, and this other baker came out and said she stopped using, the banned red food coloring. This other lady came out and started bashing Auntie Donna, saying that, oh, basically saying she's using the banned substance in her cakes, and she's causing cancer in her cakes. And of course, the people who don't like Auntie Donna. Delay on your route. You are still navigating the fastest route. Thank you. Now, the persons who don't like Auntie Donna start running with that. Now, Auntie Donna spoke to another blogger. So someone apparently called Auntie Donna and said something to her about it, because she came out blazing on social media the other day, right? Which I totally understand, because if somebody comes on social media and is blatantly defaming my business, my company, and my products, then I have a right to come out and set my consumers' mind at ease. And mark you, honestly, that wouldn't sit well with me. That person who came out with those blatant accusations, and the person didn't say, "It seems like Auntie Donna is using it." No, they came out, and it seemed as if they were in Auntie Donna's kitchen, because they came out wrong and loud and saying that is definitely what Auntie Donna is using. Well, yes, I'm no baker. I wasn't in Auntie Donna's kitchen. Right. So I would not be accusing the lady of something that I know nothing about. Whether I think that I'm a chef, cook, whatever, I would not be coming out and accusing somebody of something that I know nothing about. Anyways, Auntie Donna spoke to another blogger who had heard the commotion and, wanted to blog on it and set people's mind at ease, because no matter how much you say you want to like a particular person, if you're hearing something negative, as much as however you feel in your heart that no, this person would not be selling poisonous stuff, but it's the human in us, and you really want to make sure, right? You're not going to sit down idly and say, okay, this, and you take things as is. You're going to want to know, and rightly so. So the blogger came out and the blogger asked Auntie Donna and to clarify, because she was going to put out the truth out there. But I guess Auntie Donna was so heated, she came out and she went at it, and she showed that the food coloring that she uses in her products is the approved food grade red number 40. Of course, even though Auntie Donna put out this proof that she used the approved, FDA approved food grade red number 40, this other person still come out and saying that she's a liar, and it's when she heard that people say she's using number 3, she went out and bought the red number 40. Mark you, is a half a bottle, almost a half a bottle of red number 40 Auntie Donna showed us. So that lady don't make no sense with her accusations. And she's coming out and saying, you know, maligning the lady's character and business, saying how she's selling, cake that makes people ill and all sorts of nonsense. And that Auntie Donna is lying because she came out and marketed her stuff as not using any coloring and yada yada yada. Yes, initially when she started making the sorrel cake, I know for sure. But when she was in Jamaica, how many years ago, she wasn't using the coloring at that time. She was making her own. But since then, she stopped. And she did advise her customers that she was using food coloring, as well as the food coloring was on her label. Now, everybody has their knickers in a twist now. And following this lady who came out with the incorrect information and maligning the lady's business, that she's using the banned substance, and of course no, after Auntie Donna came out now and said she's using 40, now the lady switch up some of her argument, because first she was standing 10 toes down that no is number 3, no is number 3. Then she switch up now, and then she's saying, well, she did some research and number 40 is also up to being banned because it causes, interactions with kids, and the US is gonna have it banned in 2026 and yada yada yada. Mark you, this product is still currently approved food grade coloring. Most bakers, most food processors, bakers, cereal makers currently uses approved food grade red number 40. But because they don't like the lady, they're coming out and make it seem as if this lady went out and bought something that is banned to put in her cakes, all under the so-called guise that they're having constructive criticism. If you're gonna constructively criticize someone, there is certain decorum in how you do that. You don't come on social media and start blazing and start dictating to grown-ass adults who you have never met, more than likely will never ever meet in life. And you want to come out and start chastising the people as if they're your kids. And you start telling blatant lies on on the person, and you don't call to confirm or ask any question to say you're not even a consumer of the lady's product, right? Now she came out and she saying she's doing constructive criticism. If you're gonna have constructive criticism, you will say, guys, well, um whatever, this person came out and say they were using the banned substance, but we see other people with products that more than likely they're using red food coloring too. So before you guys consume products, just make sure that whatever, read your labels, make sure that what you're eating is safe, and learn to read your labels, because of you don't come out and bash somebody. As well as, if you wanna be effective, then you can say to people, well, since one person openly came out and admitted that they were using the banned substance that causes the big C word, tell those persons who have had that product to make sure that they go and have themselves checked out, or have themselves on a watch list for whatever, since those persons ate products with the banned product, and leave it at that. If you say you want to be helping people, but you come out and you start blazing up on one person who showed proof that they're not using the banned product, but then you have one person who came out and admitted that they were using the banned product, but you didn't come out and attack that one. You came out and attacked the other one who is not using the product. And there is no reason to attack anybody. You can have a concern, yes, to say, guys, XYZ, and just be careful out there. Now, for the people who don't want to or didn't do their proper research or whatever, the red number 40 is FDA approved food grade food coloring. And practically everyone who bakes uses that food coloring. That food coloring is in basically all your everyday products. If you look at Jello, whether it's raspberry, strawberry, or even orange Jello, red number 40 is in it. Red number 40 is even in some food dressing. Red number 40 is in some ketchups. Red number 40 is used to make red velvet cake. Red number 40 is even used on maraschino cherries that people use to bake. Red number 40 is even used in certain medications. Red number 40 is also used in cereal. And I remember reading there was one cereal company who they had wanted, when this whole research came out regarding food coloring and stuff, the company actually stopped using food coloring in their cereal. And who had a problem with it? The same consumers had lots of complaints and stuff, and the company had to put back the red food coloring in the cereal, otherwise the consumers were not going to buy. Now, if you We are all supposed to be responsible for our health and reading all labels and everything, before we consume stuff, right? Whether it's food or anything. Now, cigarettes. Cigarettes have a warning label that says may cause the C word. Are people still smoking? Yes. Persons have had the C word, skin cancer. Have people stopped walking outside in the sun? No. There have been links to skin C word again, because I don't want to get flagged on this app. And people are still using tanning beds. Almost everything nowadays will have some side effects. Number one, the world is highly overpopulated. And based on where you live, you will not have um, organic food products to feed you. If you are going to sit down and say you only eat organic products, you're not going to eat anything processed, you are going to die of starvation. I can tell you that. Because even as much as they say some stuff are organic, they are not 100% organic. They are allowed to put organic on the label if they even use one item or one so-called organic item in the product. Say, for example, you have, I don't know, bok choy. And in your bok choy, you may use some organic fertilizers to grow it. However, to keep bugs and insects and stuff away from the bok choy while it's growing, you may spray something on it. That thing you spray may not be organic, but say you use manure in your soil to help grow it. I mean, manure is organic, right? So in that sense, you can say you have an organic product because you use even one item in the process that is organic. So not everything may be 100% organic. You can only eat 100% organic if you plant it yourself. For those of you who live in countries, multi-seasonal countries, do you really think that you eat everything you eat is organic? Do you eat processed meats? Processed meats have nitrates that may be harmful to you as well. Canned food, canned products, those have preservatives. All purpose or white flour, they bleach it. That can also cause side effects. So everything, practically everything you consume, have some sort of harmful effect on the body. Lots of people who use um, granulated sugar over brown sugar. Granulated sugar is bleach, it's not good for you. Then when people say, oh, I don't want to use, the granulated sugar or the brown sugar, I want to use the sugar substitute. Guess what? Those sugar substitute has the ingredient that has harmful side effects too. So when you guys want to, hitting out on one person who is using approved food grade stuff. You guys are trying to defame somebody's business. But if that is the case, then you should go ahead and ban everything else that you are eating, because everything that you eat has some chemicals in it that is not healthy for you, because everything is processed. Everything is processed. And you guys, at this point, no matter how much you claim to want to hate somebody for whatever reason, you can still use some common sense and not look so much as if you guys don't have any sense. Honestly. No matter how much you dislike somebody, if someone else comes up and start telling you tribe, you should be able to say, no, that is not so. You don't have to like anybody. You don't have to be friends with anybody. You don't have to like anybody. But at the least, just go with factual information. Just go with factual information, because I'm sure that you don't like it if the person that you like, that somebody comes out and, tells blatant lies on the person, on someone that you like, and try to defame their business. I mean, we see it on social media, right? It's not right to be defaming people's business. As honestly, I don't know. I would be suing people left, right, and center, wherever I get that money from. And even if you can't find the money to pay me, your ass is going to get locked up in jail. Trust me. Trust me. And you guys want to call and report people to say, oh, they're using this banned substance, and you don't have any proof. You're only assuming. Man, then when people come out and attack your business, now you have an issue with it. But I tell you, life ain't fair. Well, anyways, guys, that is my thought on the matter. Is that we all... Are you coming over? Are you coming over? We all should be responsible for what we eat. Read your labels. If you look at all your labels, you will see the ingredients of the food that is in there. And be responsible for your own self. Alright? Anyways, that's my 2 cents. Thank you for listening, and please leave me your thoughts and comments down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to this channel. Catch you on the next side.